Hey guys, and welcome to a special review. Today, as you can tell from the title, we're doing a show this time. I haven't done a show, I think, in a bit on the channel. We're not even doing the full show, we're just doing the first 2 episodes. The reason why we're doing this is for a lot of reasons. There's a show I've been wanting to watch. I've seen stuff for it, and obviously I look like something I like. At some point, I'm like, it looks like something I would like, but I have so much stuff to already read, watch, do. I don't have time for it. Interesting, or something that I would probably like, but never got a chance to watch it yet. But somebody at work I know is a Buffy fan, likes it a lot, and for me, I was like, I would, obviously, if you know Buffy the Vampire Slayer, I watched the first 2 episodes. I know there's the movie, but that's not connected. Not connected, but there's stuff that had that movie or did have. It's weird. It's not connected. There's the movie. There's a movie. I'll watch at some point because I think it'll be fun. But I was watching the show. I'm like, yeah, this show can be better than the movie, but. Watching the first episode of the show. Also, I didn't realize till watching the show, almost halfway into it, that the main girl who plays Buffy plays Daphne in the live-action Scooby-Doo movies. I'm like, I do not know how did I get that. I don't know how my brain was like, how now I'm just figuring out, because I know Buffy and I've seen the character before. I'm like, I don't know how my brain did put things together. But that was interesting, and okay. The reason why we're doing this specifically, or why just the 50 episodes not the whole scene, because at work we had a thing where we could use, I work at a thrift store, and they were like, hey, gave me a thing where hey, here's some thing, go, $10 you can spend, that's first one. I was like, and obviously it was a day where I'm like, I got shared, and I was like, I'm gonna look for movies to buy, because I didn't find really anything else, I have extra money, so we're gonna look for some movies. I'm gonna look for some bad movies. I'm not saying this is bad, but stuff to review. I think it'd be fun to review, and sometimes I like looking for weird, or stuff that look like shit, like B movies, or shitty animated movies. That's always fun to review. And then I saw that this was there, and I'm like, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Slayer, Season 1, the first 2 episodes. I remember when this came in, obviously, the person did not want to 50 episodes, and I'm like, you know what? We're gonna get this, and we're gonna watch it, and do a video on Buffy, and it will give me a chance to actually watch this and see if I like it. And after watching the 50 episodes, I was actually watching the first episode, halfway I wanted to do it. It wasn't me. I'm like, okay, this is good. I can kind of tell, immediately, okay, I like the vibe. Also, it's very 90s. If you don't know, this is 90s, so very 90s vibe. It shows this type of show, story-driven type of action, I guess. Other shows, I would say other stuff, type of shows, this, any of the a lot of the CW shows. Like the superhero ones or non-superhero, they all have the same type of this type of show feel to it, but they're going to have vampires and stuff to it. And Jesus Power Rangers also has some of that stuff, not the same, but you know what I mean, the structure of shows and those type of shows like that. I'm not gonna say sitcoms have that, but shows that are more serious, the old CW shows Last Arrow, those type of shows, stuff like Buffy, Firefly, all these type of shows have even though they're all different genres, different things, they all have that same type of show. NCIS, all these shows have these type of show feels, but I think some of them are good. Like I said, I watched only the first 2 episodes, and the only thing I will say about it after watching the first 2 episodes, if I had more, I probably would watch an episode more too. So that I think already shows that this was good, because if there has 3 episodes, I would watch 3. If there was actually, if I had more, I would watch probably another episode too. That I think it already shows that I like this. And I already knew this looked like something. Obviously, a badass girl who fights vampires, so it's not just vampires, he also fights other things as well. But before I go into it, I think we established that I will say I like this. Great. The first episode was great. I'm definitely down to watch more. At some point in the future, I'm down. I do need to check if this is on any streaming system. It's definitely gotta be on something, but down to watch more. So let's jump into it. Obviously, you want to talk spoil the first 2 episodes if you don't want to spoil anything. So jump off here if you don't want to be spoiled. First thing I want to mention is I want to mention the theme for the show, because every show I was wondering, the one thing I was like, what's the Buffy theme intro? Because a lot of shows have intros and stuff. And was it good? It was fine. I think they're all better intros. I think it's fine at the intro. I mean the intro song, the part where all shows, a lot of shows have a little intro thing, Powerpuff Girls, every Samurai Jack, cartoons, all the cartoons have it. Everyone has a little intro thing, and anime has it as well with anime openings. So opening, that'd be the opening for this. It's not bad. Feels very 90s, great. You know what? Not bad. Can't say anything bad about that. Also, we're already 5 minutes in, and I haven't really talked about the episode. That's when I get talking, I talk about way too much. I was when I walk, I feel I talk way more on camera than I do in any other form. I just, when the camera's on, my mouth's I keep talking. But the intro, I wanted to mention that because I think intros are great. Other thing, a good intro, a good opening, little song things. That can be something if it's especially if it's one that every time you see it, I'm down to watch it. This is one I like it, good. I remember the first episode having it. I don't remember watching it for the second episode. It's weird, I don't remember the second episode having it. Maybe I missed it, I don't know. Great, like it, the first episode had it. Also, they were saying in the beginning of the first episode, I'm assuming they're doing it at the beginning of the episode, could do it at the episode 2 as well. Talking about, there's this person, this girl, the person who's going to be the Slayer, and I think it's always supposed to be a girl, but it's going to Slayer, the chosen one kind of thing, about the Slayer, and they're talking about that. We find out Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Immediately we find out pretty much, because I've not known this. Buffy is now at this new school. Stuff happened at the old school. We don't know what happened in the movie. We don't know. It's like, and then we're talking to the principal. So like, oh, she burned down the school. Like, it's like almost said vampires. I'm like, oh, so you already can fight vampires, do all that. So we're already established that you're already the Slayer, and all this stuff is already established. And then throughout the first episode, we get to her like, I don't want to be the Slayer. I gotta I don't want to be the Slayer. I want to be like a normal life. Do that kind of thing. Was like, oh, I don't want to be. I'm the chosen one, but I don't want to be like this thing and with a little knife. And she eventually has to accept it and be the Slayer and fight all these vampires. And also the stuff they do mention, it's called Buffy the Vampire Slayer, but she does fight other things. Well, not in the first episode. First episode is vampires, but they does to fight vampires and other stuff. They find out about this cult of the vampires who are there. That's not the first episode stuff with the vampire attacking people at some at school. She eventually meets these other two people. Willow, who is played by the person, I don't know the actor's name. Obviously, he was in American Pie and in How I Met Your Mother and stuff. He's a very known actor. She's good. She's like a more shy person, not as go out there like the nerdy person who the other popular girls do like pick on stuff a little bit. Yeah, I feel like throughout the series, I feel like she's gonna get more like not as maybe more social or maybe more like not shy. I feel like you could tell by the end of the episode she was definitely improving and stuff in the episode too. I'm like, okay, in the episode she becomes friends with Buffy, and then we have this other guy. I'm kind of about what is it? It's something with Z, right? I can't remember his name, and it's bugging the hell out of me. And I want to see if it says the name because I really, it's not telling me about that. It's telling me about every other character. It doesn't tell me his name. What's really fucking? I can't remember the other guy's name. There's another guy character who is with them and like part of the group, and they both find out about it. Also, they had another friend, but he gets turned by a vampire and they have to fight him. Sucks, but I can just remember he died. Is anybody wondering where that guy is? Because he probably has family and stuff. So people like wondering. I don't know. It's weird. Like he died. I'm like, yeah, he died. Parents or whoever we know don't care. I'm going on. It's 10 minutes. We gotta fucking hurry. I am. We're 10 minutes in, and I'm talking way too much about this. I think that could be a sign of so he's 10 minutes in and we haven't really talked. I'm talking way too much about this. Like I said, friend, he died. So he goes to the library, finds out about the Watcher, who's the person who like knows all about her stuff and about how she's the Slayer and all that stuff, and is helping her. And basically like helps her with like finding information. I have all these books. I know all this stuff. And It does help in this thing, and then eventually obviously he goes to this club. Then he finds a vampire. It's going after Willow, so he has to go and stop him, and and he has to stop. She stops the vampires and stuff and kills one or two, and they take the one guy who does get too out. He said gets turned, and then they take him and he gets turned. The vampires are trying to free their master or whatever, who's stuck in this thing, who they are gonna keep trying to probably do that, but he does throughout the first two episodes tackle them, and they do get they kill some of the vampires. Not all of them, obviously, but they kill some of them. And they killed in the second episode. They killed like the guy who I was like, you were like felt like the second in command next to the boss, and you had some secret little vampires I don't know about. And I was like, yeah. And then also Buffy I thought she was like, oh yeah, she can kill vampires, but you can tell throughout the series she's strong. She can do all kinds of flips and stuff. So like she is definitely knows how to fight, can do all kinds of flips and stuff. Can like see the fuck with this door's locked. She wants to go look at this body. She hears her on the fifth episode. He opens this door and it's blocked, and she like breaks it. I'm like, okay, so you're strong as well. I'm like, you technically, I feel like with the amount of stuff you have, powers and stuff you can do, you basically like a superhero at this point. You definitely have way more strength than a normal person. The agility, all this stuff. Like technically, you could qualify as a superhero. I'm just saying. But also in the first episode, we get introduced to Angel, who I know is another big character for the series. I'm not as familiar with. He warns her about the harvest and stuff and That's interesting. I'm excited to see more about him because I don't know enough about him. I think he's one of the guys who's probably gonna be in like in the middle with like villain of. He's not like a villain, but maybe he's not like a hero either. He's like in that middle gray area, or he could be. I don't know. But wait and see on that to see. Right now he feels like more in the good side, like hey, I'm warning you about stuff and So it's interesting, and he wants to be on episode 2. I'm excited to see more of him. Great. And I can't think of anything else happened that we need to go. But we have a little team here. So we have Buffy, Willow, the other guy stuck with Xander. I think it's Xander, but maybe wrong. I can't remember fucking name. And then we have the Watcher. I don't know if they call him. But like they're like a little team. And also she helps. Willow helps the Watcher for stuff to harvest. And also they go to try to save the one friend, but he's actually already there and have to fight and do all stuff. It's great. I enjoyed these first 2 episodes. I was down to. I actually was like I said, if I had more, I probably would have watched more. I gotta might watch more. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm definitely gonna check out more Buffy in the future. I don't know when. If I need to come in the store, I might have to. I actually might pick them up. Actually, in the boxes. I might actually pick those up. Maybe. In the future, I do want to watch more in the future. So we'll make a note of looking at after this what streaming services on. Maybe we'll watch more. This is the longest review I've done in a while. So and it's only 2 episodes. And what was 15 minutes? I'm like, yeah. So yeah, are we gonna do a rating for this? This is only 2 episodes. So it's really hard. I am not gonna give a rating for this one. I know, boo. I always do a rating, but since it's only the first 2 episodes, I don't really want to rate I can rate the 2 episodes, but it's like I like them. They were good. I'm not gonna rate them. If I reviewed the first whole season for shows, how I review it is either the entire show, depending on how long it is, or I do it by season. Sometimes I might do sometimes I'll do maybe a season. If it's only 1 season, I'll just do it. Sometimes I'll do just a season. Sometimes I might do multiple seasons, depending on what we're doing. But I like doing it by season. But sometimes I'll review the whole show, like certain shows like Courage the Cowardly Dog or something like that. But it's not like an overarching story. It's like the whole show is like just the same thing, just little episodes of Courage, like doing stuff like that. Shows like that, where it's not like there's a big little plot, or it's like each episode kind of its own thing. So it's like that. Those shows I just like it's easier to review as a whole. What do you guys think of Buffy? I probably there's a lot of Buffy fans. I have over over 500 subscribers on the channel, so I'm assuming we have some Buffy fans. I know one. I know who you are. But so yeah. So thank you guys for watching this video. You guys can always stay epic, and I'll see you in the next video, guys. Bye.